Oh, hey. And we're back. Welcome back to yet another episode of Singular, where we, of course, discuss something new, different, wanted, expanded, but yet in a smaller package. Brought to you, of course, by Dr. Vincent Stevens, um, Minister Eric Nelson, and of course, me,
You're Mr. from another sister.
from another sister, Susan Lombardi Verticelli. Tossing it over to Eric Nelson of the Faith and Cloth to let us know a little bit more about this episode.
Yeah, so to all of our fans out there, this may seem a little different, a little remixed, a little scratch on the record. We're all together, so we're not in our various boxes. And we've listened to you, we've heard, you've said we love Singular, but we also need a little different, a little more, a bite size from you, actually. So we're doing that. We are responding to our fans by having a reboot, if you will, of Singular, where we are going to expand to new categories, not just record of the year, and we're going to popcorn it. So it's not going to take pop, 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 pop. It's not going to take a half an hour, 45 minutes to get through an episode. We're going to tackle it in a speed round, a bonus round, if you will, a lightning round in 15 minutes or
Or
less,
less.
or less, or which will really be or more. More for you, the listener, more categories we can cover, and more
It's a
topics.
heavier lift for
It's a
us.
heavier lift for us and a delivery of success to you. So I'm going to pass it off to Vincent, who's going to share what category we're going to talk about. So thank you for all the feedback.
Yes. So this year, or rather, this podcast, we are gonna do the 1995 Grammy Award for Female R&B, that's rhythm and blues vocal performance. And the nominees are Always Be My Baby, Mariah Carey,
Shoot a doo doo.
Baby by Brandy, I Apologize by Anita
I
Baker,
don't.
I
I will
Belong to
apologize.
You by Toni Braxton, and The Way That You Love Me by Vanessa Williams. So, with that, we're going to do Susan, Eric, and myself. We'll
Mm.
tell you who we think should win, and then we will listen to who did win and we will process. Sound good? Let's go. Susan.
I think, and no one should disagree with me. No one will disagree with
How
me.
could they?
Mariah Carey should have this category locked up, locked down. She is the only nominee here that actually has like a varied song. The rest, unfortunately, are falling victim to the R&B trope of just playing a um, drum track in the background. I think the rest of them are really good songs that you want to make out to, that won't build to anything different, if you know what I mean.
I do know what you mean.
But Mariah is the only one that brings it with a variation, success, and love.
And love.
Thanks,
Okay.
Mariah.
Totally. Indeed. Well, when your days and your nights get a little bit colder,
Whoa.
uh, you're always gonna need a baby. And I don't always do this, but I'm gonna agree with Susan out of the box that Ms. Carey, she like runs away with this category. So to Susan's point, these are all great performances. There is a lot of lower register that gets a big spotlight on it that these women pull off with amazing aplomb. Is that the word?
I'll
Yes.
take it.
But Mariah has a lot of variety in this song. I think, she has so many great songs, but this is to me like the top of the heap. Like this is Mariah at her unbelievable, which is always their best. It is a great, great song. My only uh so the layers, the vocal range, the blanket of warmth that she wraps you up in the song, the earworms, amazing. It delivers on so many levels. The only thing I was thinking of as I heard this song is if I were to say to Susan,
Yes, Eric.
how are things with you and Donnie Wahlberg? I know they were hot and heavy for a while. How's that going?
When my days and my nights get a little bit colder.
Yeah. Well, like if you were to say to me, yeah, we're still burning hot and
Yeah.
heavy, great. If you were to say Donnie and I are lingering on,
Yes.
like that is the least
wanna
hot
linger.
and sexy. So my
Yeah.
only quibble with
gonna
this
burn.
song is like linger is the wrong. I don't want to linger on with anybody. I want to be burning down the house.
Do you think she meant to say finger and then they were like, you can't say that, Mariah?
I have to think about. I'm gonna think about that finger while Vincent weighs in
You sing
on
it with finger in
you
there.
singing with finger in it,
I'm
Vincent.
singing it in my head and not thinking it should be externalized. So what's interesting is that when they nominate the Grammy nominees, it's usually in the late fall. So this is the thing you should know. When these nominations came out, Always Be My Baby was just an album track. They
Mm.
hadn't released the video
Mm.
yet. So the song really
Mm.
actually ascended in 1996. So it wasn't really a big radio hit yet. It was
Uh-huh.
just so I think that that's
The
important.
worm had not found its way into the apple yet.
Exactly. What I like about this category is that I think it represents kind of this generation of R&B singers that emerged from the mid 80s to the mid 90s. So like Anita Baker and Vanessa Williams were known entities from the
Mm.
mid 80s onward.
Vanessa.
And then
So good.
you know, Mariah came out in 1990, Tony Braxton around 92 and 93, and then Brandy was like a new artist. So I think this year she was nominated for new artist. So I think it's interesting the generational spectrum. So what I would say is to compliment my fellow
Are we a three
podcasters,
pack?
Mariah Carey should win this. I think her song is the most iconic, it's the most enduring. This is also when
Mm.
Mariah Carey shifted from being kind of the queen of adult contemporary corn to being an actual 25-year-old and singing songs that represented like the influence of hip hop and R&B. And but she doesn't sound like anybody else. She sounds very much like herself, but she's not trapped in that like adult contemporary prison of like, oh, woe is me. It's like I'm laid back, I'm breezy, I'm sensual. Here you go. So, would we like to reveal the actual winner?
Yes.
I think so.
Okay.
I know so.
Give me one moment, gentle reader or viewer. All right.
Do-do-do,
All right.
do-do-do-ba-do-ba-da.
Okay, so the winner
Anita.
Anita Baker.
All right. So Anita Baker, this is Anita Baker's, I think, fourth or fifth win in the female R&B vocal performance. She won for Sweet Love. She won for the single Giving You the Best That I Got. Then she
Mm.
won for the album Giving You the Best That I Got. Then she won for the album compositions. And then there was a 4-year gap where she didn't release any music. And then in 1995, this came out and she won.
So she was Anita Grammy.
Exactly. I
She
like
didn't
that.
need a Grammy. She
So-
had a Grammy. It is
My theory is A, name recognition, but B, I think this is kind of a torchy song. So I think it's like, oh, it's Anita Baker. She's singing a ballad. She's got more seniority than these singers.
Mm.
So I'm interested. I mean, this song peaked at like number 70 something on the pop chart. So it wasn't a big hit. I'm wondering if Always Be My Baby had been a number one hit when this was I think it actually probably would have won. But this is also that infamous year where Mariah was nominated for album, record, and was
Right.
shut out.
well, that's. I also wonder if that played into it is the because she was nominated in so many categories. She
Mhm.
was expected to win Album of the Year. If some people were like, "Oh, yeah, I mean, this is a great category." I mean, the performances
Yes, the
in
talent
this.
in this.
I don't love this Anita Baker song because it doesn't have an ear hook to me
Yeah.
on Earworm, and I like that in a song. But she sounds great.
Oh yeah,
in
her
this song.
performance
Her
is lovely.
performance is amazing. But I
But
wonder
the
if people were
arrangement,
like,
sorry.
the arrangement's a little
It's a
wan.
very adult contemporary R&B. It just
Yeah.
sounds
People to
listless.
make an
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
like Always Be My Baby continually
Yeah.
brings new layers into the song. But I wonder if people were like, oh, I'm voting for her for Album of the Year, so let's spread the wealth a bit. And Anita's great, and we're welcoming her back and all of those things. So I could imagine Mariah didn't lose because people didn't like that song. I think she did a good job. They thought she was going to win in other categories. And as we all know, she went home with nothing
Yeah.
that night.
And the thing is, of these songs, I think Always Be My Baby and maybe Baby, those are the two most iconic songs from this
And
group.
her from this.
Exactly. I will also say, to me, for Brandy, being that she was like 15 or 16, the honor is the nomination. So to be in this company is pretty cool. I will say, I think The Way That You Love Me by Vanessa Williams is a sleeper. I think her vocals are honeyed. It's a nice rhythmic song. She's not an ornamental vocalist like Mariah Carey. She doesn't do these big runs, but I would just say I think this song didn't do particularly well on the pop charts or the R&B charts, but I actually think it's a pretty good, solid record that sounds very good. So I would just say like that's like my sleeper. That would be my second choice
agreed.
after Mariah.
Agreed.
I mean,
Vanessa Williams, adore everything about her, as I've said on other podcasts. I think her story is phenomenal. Her attitude slays. Her voice is iconic. The various roles that she has taken on to be remembered. Um, so I always want to stan Vanessa Williams.
Yes.
But to your point, yes, my second choice.
I also will say I love Toni Braxton. This is a minor, I Belong to You was a minor hit on her debut album, which is a great album. She had already won the Grammy for 2 years in a row for Another
From this
Sad Love
album.
Song
Like
from
how
Self
many
and
years
Breathe
can
Again.
right.
Yeah, and she won Best New Artist the year she won for Another Sad Love Song. So she already won 3 Grammys
From this
from this album.
album. Yeah.
So this song, I think, is like a funky song. Like I think it's a fun song. I don't think it's necessarily this outstanding song,
Ooh.
but I think she sounds really good.
Oh.
But I feel like her best work is at this point was like the ballads. Later, when she does You're Making Me High, we're like, okay, all right. So that does it for this episode.
That has been yet another episode of Singular, where we, of course, listen and play along to you viewers at home. Don't forget to click like and subscribe and ring that bell to get all the notifications about what's happening in the Grammy world. Kisses.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Ciao.